Authentic police uniforms, real-looking badges, marked patrol cars, light bars, sirens, radio equipment. Everything appeared legitimate. Officers pulled over drivers on highways, flashed credentials, requested identification, made arrests, transported suspects to facilities. Professional, authoritative, convincing. Except they weren't police. They were cartel operatives, fake department, counterfeit credentials, stolen equipment. The entire operation was criminal impersonation, designed for one purpose: kidnapping for ransom, stop vehicles, identify valuable targets, wealthy individuals, business owners, anyone who could pay. Then, arrest them, transport to cartel facilities, demand ransom from families, release if paid, kill if refused. Over 3 years, 150 people were kidnapped. 97 families paid ransoms totaling $48 million. 53 victims were murdered when payment didn't arrive. Bodies disposed in desert. Families never got closure. The fake police operation terrorized highways, made citizens fear legitimate law enforcement, destroyed public trust in institutions designed to protect. FBI had been investigating for 14 months, tracking missing persons, following ransom demands, building case against unprecedented impersonation operation. This was called Operation Badge of Betrayal. And when federal power targets fake police kidnapping rings, there is no mercy. Only life sentences and public executions for those who corrupt law enforcement symbols. Fake police department kidnapping citizens, 150 victims, 53 murdered. Comment if you think impersonating officers should be federal death penalty. The investigation began with suspicious pattern. Highway patrol noticed complaints, citizens reporting aggressive police stops, officers demanding cash, unusual questioning, behavior not matching department protocols, initially dismissed as misunderstandings, stressed drivers misinterpreting legitimate stops, but complaints continued. Volume increased, details were consistent. Something was wrong. FBI analyzed the reports. 30 complaints over 6 months, all on same highway corridor, Interstate 10 between Phoenix and Tucson. All described similar vehicles: white Crown Victoria sedans, light bars, markings resembling state police, officers in uniform, professional appearance. But badge numbers didn't match any department. Vehicle identifications weren't in any database. These weren't legitimate police. These were impersonators. Special Agent David Torres coordinated investigation. FBI Violent Crimes Division. 21 years investigating kidnapping and extortion. He'd seen many criminal schemes. But fake police department? This is sophisticated, Torres told his team. They've replicated law enforcement appearance, behavior, authority. Citizens can't distinguish. That's dangerous. People trust police. This operation weaponizes that trust. We need to expose them, protect public, restore faith in real law enforcement. Hit like if you believe all fake police operators should face mandatory death penalty. Intelligence gathering revealed the scope. The fake department wasn't random individuals. This was organized operation. 25 fake officers, 10 vehicles, complete infrastructure. Uniforms were professional grade, purchased from law enforcement suppliers. Badges were counterfeit, but high quality, nearly indistinguishable from authentic. Vehicles were decommissioned police cars, bought at auction, remarked with fake department identifiers. The operation method was calculated. Fake officers patrolled I-10, watched for luxury vehicles. High-end cars suggested wealth. Targeted drivers traveling alone, vulnerable, isolated. Activated lights, pulled them over. Standard traffic stop procedure. Driver complied, trusting authority. License and registration, please. Officers examined documents, checked names against database, not real police database, cartel research database, identifying wealthy individuals, business owners, people who could pay significant ransoms. If target seemed valuable, arrest was made. Step out of vehicle, you're being detained. Handcuffed, placed in fake police car, driven away. Witnesses saw nothing suspicious. Police arresting someone. Normal occurrence. Nobody questioned. Nobody called real police to verify. Why would they? Officers looked legitimate. Vehicles appeared official. Everything seemed proper. The disguise was perfect. The deception was complete. Victims were transported to cartel facilities, remote locations, warehouses, abandoned buildings, held captive, interrogated about finances, family wealth, business assets. We know you have money. Your family will pay for your release. Cooperate, and you go home. Resist, and you die. The transformation from traffic stop to kidnapping was abrupt, terrifying. Victims realized too late they'd been deceived. Too sophisticated, or exactly the kind of cartel evolution FBI must stop. Comment S or E. Ransom demands followed. Families received calls. We have your husband, wife, son, daughter. Pay $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, or they die. You have 48 hours. Don't contact police or we kill them. Families faced impossible choice: pay criminals or risk loved one's death. Most paid, desperate, terrified, no options. Money transfers were sophisticated. Cryptocurrency, offshore accounts, untraceable methods. Once payment confirmed, victims were released, dropped on highway, told to walk. Don't call police, don't report, or we come back for you. Victims complied, traumatized, grateful to survive. Many never reported. Fear of retaliation, shame, distrust of real police. They couldn't distinguish legitimate from fake anymore. But some victims weren't released. Families couldn't pay, didn't have money, refused demands. Those victims were killed, execution style. Bodies disposed in desert. Families reported missing persons. Investigations went nowhere. No evidence, no witnesses, no leads. Perfect crimes, or so cartel believed. Financial investigation tracked the money. $48 million in ransom payments over 3 years. Cryptocurrency transactions traced through blockchain analysis. Offshore accounts identified. Shell companies revealed. The money trail led to cartel leadership. Sinaloa organization, Phoenix cell. The fake police department was cartel operation, professional, profitable, evil. Intelligence identified the 25 fake officers. Most were cartel members. Some were former security guards. Others had law enforcement training, military backgrounds. They knew how to act like police, how to conduct traffic stops, how to project authority. Their experience made deception convincing, dangerous, lethal. The vehicles were tracked. 10 Crown Victoria sedans, all purchased from police auctions, legally obtained, then illegally modified. Fake markings added, emergency lights installed, radio equipment mounted, transforming retired police cars into active impersonation tools. The technical sophistication was remarkable, expensive, deliberate. Which crime is worse? A. Kidnapping civilians. B. Impersonating police. C. Both equal? Undercover operation was implemented. FBI agent posed as potential victim, driving luxury vehicle on I-10, waiting to be stopped, wearing wire, armed backup trailing. The plan was dangerous. Fake officers might discover deception. Violence could result, but evidence required first-hand experience. Documentation of complete operation. 3 weeks of driving. Then contact. Fake patrol car activated lights. Agent pulled over. Officer approached. License and registration. Professional demeanor. Authentic appearance. Agent provided documents. Officer examined them. Checked radio. Please step out. You match description of suspect. Need to verify identity. Agent complied, knowing backup was close, recording everything. Officer conducted pat-down. Found wire. What's this? Situation deteriorated instantly. Officer reached for weapon. Backup moved in. FBI, nobody move. Fake officer was surrounded. Arrested. Vehicle secured. Perfect evidence collection. Interrogation revealed organization. 24 more fake officers, multiple vehicles, kidnapping locations. The arrested officer cooperated, provided names, addresses, schedules, in exchange for reduced sentence. His testimony would destroy entire operation. Planning for takedown began. 24 targets, 10 vehicles, multiple facilities, simultaneous operations required. FBI coordinated with real state police, local departments. Everyone needed clarity. Who was legitimate? Who was fake? Confusion could be fatal. November 15th. Execute date. All fake officers' locations confirmed. Vehicles tracked. Facilities identified. Over 300 law enforcement personnel involved. Real police destroying fake police. Symbolic. Necessary. Justice. 5 a.m. Simultaneous raids. FBI, you're under arrest for kidnapping, extortion, and impersonating law enforcement officers. 24 fake officers arrested at homes. Vehicles seized from parking locations. Facilities raided. Evidence preserved. The fake police department was destroyed in hours. If you believe fake police kidnappers deserve public execution, type SWAT power. Evidence collection revealed horror. Kidnapping facilities contained cells, restraints, torture equipment. Victims were interrogated brutally, forced to reveal financial information, threatened with death. Some victims' belongings were found, never returned to families. Proof of murders. Bodies were never recovered. Evidence of disposal. Desert locations suggested, but remains weren't found. The 53 murdered victims were identified through missing persons reports. Families interviewed. Timelines matched. Ransom demands confirmed. Last known locations consistent. Though bodies weren't recovered, evidence proved deaths. Families finally had answers. Not closure, but truth. Knowing was better than uncertainty. Financial seizures totaled $52 million, more than ransoms collected. Cartel had invested profits, cryptocurrency portfolios, real estate, businesses, all forfeited. Money returned to victim families when possible. Remainder went to law enforcement funding, victim services, converting blood money into public good. Federal prosecutors filed charges in District of Arizona. All 25 fake officers charged with 150 counts of kidnapping, 53 counts of murder, impersonating law enforcement, extortion, conspiracy, RICO violations. Each defendant faced death penalty on multiple counts. Public trust violation aggravated every charge. Trials emphasized betrayal of law enforcement symbols. Defendants wore uniforms representing protection, justice, safety. They corrupted those symbols, used them for kidnapping, murder, ransom. Citizens can't trust police if criminals wear same uniforms. This betrayal demands maximum punishment, death penalty for all. Evidence was overwhelming. Fake uniforms seized, counterfeit badges, modified vehicles, victim testimony, financial records, recorded confessions. Defense had nothing. Clients were caught with complete criminal infrastructure. Their impersonation was documented. Their crimes were proven. Guilt was absolute. Lead operator received death penalty, organized entire operation, recruited fake officers, purchased equipment, coordinated kidnappings, responsible for 53 murders, 150 victims. His execution was certain. Others received death penalty or life without parole, depending on roles, participation level, murder involvement. Should impersonating police automatically trigger death penalty nationwide? Comment yes or no. Real law enforcement community was devastated, their symbols corrupted, public trust damaged. Citizens feared legitimate police, couldn't distinguish real from fake. Departments implemented verification procedures, public education campaigns. How to confirm officer legitimacy? Toll-free numbers for verification. License plate databases made public. Transparency restored trust gradually. Highway patrol increased presence on I-10. Real officers, clearly marked vehicles. Department contact information displayed, reassuring citizens. Legitimate law enforcement visible. Protecting public, preventing future impersonation. Victim support was extensive. 150 families affected. Trauma counseling, financial assistance, immigration help for victims who were undocumented, legal support, recovery services. Federal government provided comprehensive care, acknowledging failure to protect, committing to prevention. The fake police vehicles were destroyed publicly, crushed in ceremony. Victims' families attended, watching symbols of terror demolished. Cathartic, symbolic, important. The cars that enabled kidnappings became scrap metal, never to deceive again. Legislation followed. Enhanced penalties for impersonating law enforcement, mandatory minimum sentences, death penalty eligibility, stricter equipment controls, decommissioned police vehicles tracked, uniform sales monitored, making future impersonation harder, more dangerous, less profitable. Law enforcement suppliers implemented verification, selling only to verified departments, background checks required, purchase records maintained, industry cooperation prevented equipment misuse, protecting symbols of authority from corruption. The operators imprisoned tell other inmates stories. Thought impersonating police was brilliant. Citizens trusted uniforms, couldn't resist authority, made kidnapping easy. But FBI investigation exposed them. Real police destroyed fake police. Death penalty delivered. The symbols they corrupted became tools of their destruction. Operation Badge of Betrayal proved that impersonating law enforcement brings ultimate punishment. FBI will investigate, will infiltrate operations, will coordinate massive raids, will arrest everyone, will prosecute for death penalty, will win. Public trust in police is sacred. Corrupting it is unforgivable. This is what happens when cartels create fake police departments. This is what FBI achieves protecting law enforcement integrity. This is why impersonating officers brings death penalty. You can buy uniforms. You can forge badges. You can modify vehicles. You can kidnap 150 people. You can think disguise protects you. None of it prevents federal investigation. FBI will expose your operation, will track your victims, will document your crimes, will arrest every fake officer, will prosecute for death penalty, will execute you publicly. The cartel learned this the hard way. 3 years operating, 150 kidnappings, 53 murders, 48 million collected, 1 investigation, everyone arrested, leaders sentenced to death. Perfect federal justice for ultimate betrayal. This is SWAT power, where fake police face real justice, where impersonators get executed, where FBI protects law enforcement symbols, where federal power delivers death penalty for corrupting public trust. The answer to the quiz? C. Both crimes equally heinous. Kidnapping violates human rights. Impersonating police destroys public trust in institutions. Together, they're maximum criminality. Death penalty for both elements. Ultimate punishment for ultimate betrayal. Should all law enforcement impersonation face death penalty? Do you support public execution for fake officers? Which protection measure impressed you most? Comment below. Like if you support legitimate law enforcement. Subscribe to SWAT Power, where federal agents destroy fake police operations and execute those who corrupt badges. Because symbols of justice are sacred, and betraying them brings death. SWAT Power. Fake department destroyed. Real justice delivered. Death penalty certain. Every single time.